everybody, Brian with Applied Fitness, and today we want to talk about what is more effective for fat loss, strength training or cardio. What do you think there, Mike? What's going on
It's
here?
a constant debate, that's been around forever, and we're just gonna, go over the pros of both. We're not gonna go over a pros and cons list because there really isn't a con to cardio, training or a con to strength training. There's only gonna be pros, but only if you're doing it right. So we're just gonna go over some of the benefits. We're gonna let you kind of decide what's gonna work for you.
Yeah, that's great advice, and it's because ultimately it's going to come down to compliance and figuring out what works best for you and what doing it. But in the meantime, let's break it down. So let's talk a little bit about cardio.
Awesome. So cardiovascular training, anything where it's HIIT training, anything running on a rowing machine, ellipticals, bikes, what you would think cardio is cardio. All right. So what that's going to do is it's going to increase your cardiovascular health. So it's going to make your heart stronger because your heart is a muscle indeed. And so you're going to want to make sure, the heart, that's controlling every other, organ in your body and pumping blood to it is strong. Right. So then we're also going to increase the VO2 max when you do more cardio. And so what that means is you're going to be able to do cardio for longer because you're going to be able to use the oxygen that you're breathing in when you're doing these runs and other HIIT training exercises, and it's going to increase that so that you can continue to do it longer and longer and longer, and that's a VO2 max.
Yeah, great point. And as your VO2 max goes up, as Michael said, you can work out longer, so you're going to burn at a higher rate, you can burn more calories. So it all kind of goes hand in hand.
Yep.
Next, obviously, is the strength training. And now, first, I want to start this because I know you ladies sometimes get worried that by strength training, you can get these big, huge, bulky muscles. It's just not how it works. That's not how it works.
Oh.
I know, right? So that's just kind of dispel that myth. But the strength training, you actually burn more calories throughout a 24-hour period. Because what happens with strength training, big fancy word that we call EPOC, which stands for elevated post-exercise oxygen consumption. All that means for you and the benefit for you is that during your workout here, you burn X amount of calories, but muscle is metabolically active. So you're going to burn more calories throughout a 24-hour period. So later in the day, long after the workout, even while you're sleeping, you're burning more calories. Whereas cardio, when your heart rate comes back down, you start to burn, your metabolism goes back to normal. So with the strength training, you burn more calories throughout a 24-hour period. Also, you have the benefits of toning the muscle and making that leaner tone look as opposed to just doing cardio where you don't necessarily get that. But so that's some of the benefits of the strength training, some of the benefits of the cardio.
To kind of go off of that, both of these are great, but only if you're doing it right. So long, slow, boring cardio isn't going to help, anything. It's not going to help your VO2 max. It's not going to increase your metabolism, and it's really hardly going to do anything for your cardiovascular health. Same goes with strength training. So if you're just going to do 10 reps of an exercise and then wait 3 or 4 minutes before you do another 10 reps, you're really not going to be gaining anything out of that, and then you're not going to be burning those calories for 24 hours after. So you're going to want to increase the speed on both of those, and you're going to definitely want to increase the intensity. And one rule of thumb that I always use when I'm working out is if it's not uncomfortable for me to do it, then it's not really going to work. So you have to get to a certain level of uncomfortability, and that doesn't mean you can't enjoy it, but it does have to be intense, and you have to really push yourself when you do so. All right, so that's going to be really the only way to increase that metabolism, which is what both of those methods do.
Yeah, so it kind of comes down to quality over quantity on both. So if you're,
Absolutely.
that's
Absolutely.
great point. So there you have it. That kind of gave you the breakdown of for optimal fat loss, which is better. Obviously, sounds like a combination of the two is probably the ideal.
Exactly.
So, and that's kind of part of the lean body formula, isn't it?
It is.
Well, there you go. It all comes back to the lean body formula.
Awesome.
Anything you want to say? Any parting words?
No, just give them both a try. Figure out what works for you, what you actually enjoy, and just remember that it can always be fun and that you should have fun with your exercise.
All right, sounds great.